Welcome back, creative minds. If you're new here, welcome to Architect of Elements, where we level slow, play smart, and explore the world of Azeroth like it's meant to be and how it's meant to live in. Last session, we cleared up Wailing Caverns, picked up surprisingly some great. Welcome back, everybody. We are officially back to our Architect's Log 12, as we forespoke last time. If you're new here, this is Architect's Log, where we level slow, we play smart, and we explore the world of Azeroth like it was meant to be. Last session, we cleared Wailing Caverns. We picked up some nice gear. We picked up this really nice shield, some leggings. Granted, they are cloth, but I think they do provide some value in terms of healing. We got some extra strength and also intellect, and not so big of an upgrade, but it was better than nothing. So definitely some progression in that. But hitting level 20 as a Resto Shaman brings us to the big milestone, which allows us to get the ghost form. This is going to help with our mobility, and it's going to help basically help us get to some of our long-term goals faster. So just to recap, the long-term goals are we wanted to get to 100 gold by the time we level 40, raise both of our professions up to 225, and hit level 60 before Burning Crusade drops, but also heal every major dungeon and raid before portals open. So just to give you a reference, let's take a look. We are at 42 gold and 59 copper. And in terms of our skills, we are at 103 out of 150 and 139 out of 150 skinning. So I think I should pick up a new. We should be able to update this right now. But I think for short-term goals, we want to get some nice lower end. But also, I think I want to get this to at least 125 today for us to learn the next 225 leveling skills. So those are the major ones, and I think without further ado, we can get started. Also, we are at our main area of Orgrimmar, which is always really fun to hear some fire, water. I think it suits Resto Shamans perfectly. That being said, we do have mail. We did place a lot of our materials, herbs, and also some of the items that we gathered in the Wailing Caverns that we weren't able to use on auction. So let's see how much gold we really made so far. Some things didn't sell, but let's take a look. I am curious to see. Again, it's not too much, but I think we're able to make some progress. So let's just open all that up. I mean, that gives us good 76 silver, so that's better than nothing. With that being said, I think we can finally head out towards Barrens. We are gonna be completely immersed in the experience. We are making sure that we are gonna be listening to story. We are using some nice immersive add-ons that are gonna help us really stick to the story and enjoy it as we progress. We are about midway through Barrens.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a wind rider.
I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, as soon as they start talking, you just want to quiet down and listen. right on time. Right on time. We also have some world buffs happening here. I think it came at the right time. Yeah, so we're not here to speedrun anything. We are gonna be enjoying every quest that we have taken. I mean, we have quite filled up our quest log, so there's a lot to do. We do want to progress slowly, but not slowly, but we want to progress efficiently, but also enjoy the story while we're doing it. And I think the Ghost Wolf is really gonna expedite the efficiency in this matter, and really get into the whole lore of this area. We were not able to complete all our quests from the Veiling Cavern last time, but I don't think I'm gonna go back into it this time, this session. I will be going back perhaps next session, recording session, and the only reason for that is because I want to have a break and really finally get into the leveling, understanding the Barrens. I want to complete this zone, but I really want to understand this. I think it's beautiful, and I think what we can do after we have completed each zone is we can dissect it. We can talk about the lore, what we learned, and what was this zone really about. And maybe we can do a few sessions of, you know, what was good about the zone, what was bad. So a lot to come. And in order to do that, I'm not going to be running dungeons I'm not gonna be running dungeons more than once or twice. I just gonna go in there just to understand the lore, understand what the dungeon is about, understand how to heal it, how to have fun with it, but that's about it. And then coming back out and finishing up the zone. So I'm gonna turn the few quests that I did have. It looks like we will be reaching level 21 tonight based off the experience that I have so far. Man, Barrens is really interesting, right? Like there's so many places that are so hard to reach, like this area. Um, I had to Google this and find out where this is, and I don't think that's a really good design, right? If you look around, it's really hard to find a path, like how to get to here. Like, I mean, is this an indication of the path that will lead you to this small cavern above the main cave? I don't think it's a really good design. It was really hard to find. The fact that I had to Google it, it's definitely a big design flaw. There is other areas of this place. I think there's another quest that leads you up there, and there's a lot of NPCs that lead you to them, right? And I think it's designed beautifully, but unfortunately, I don't think this cavern is. It's so hard to find it on the map. It's really confusing. Even if you use add-ons, you really need to like Google it or explore to understand where this quest is being shown. I mean, that sort of, you know, takes away from the whole concept or the premise behind my streams, is to just explore ourselves. But there are certain things in the game that are just not designed well enough to stick with the lore, unfortunately. Like, I had to learn this through Google, and I don't think that's the right way to do it. I mean, that was after I spent 15 minutes looking for it, going around. Like, you may think that, okay, well, these sort of indicate, right? I mean, there you go. That's what I meant. Like, where this NPC is walking, it really helps determine where the paths that lead to a location that is designed by Blizzard to be utilized is. And it wasn't there. I mean, this is just one NPC. I mean, he's disappeared already. Why can't I get up there? That's so... Wow. I just gave a whole Can I go through here? Interesting. Like this pathway to this cave, this pathway is designed so weird in this game. I'm gonna just turn this quest in, and I think that should bring us close to level 21. I think there's 2 quests that I need to turn in, but I find the location of this cave to be so random. I don't think it's designed really well, mostly because it's so hard to reach, and there's not much indication that it's up there. I mean, the questy does help that it's there, but there's no like true path that actually leads you to this cave. I personally had to Google this myself, and I think that's like a really big design flaw. If they had like NPCs leading or signifying that there is in fact a path to this, that would have worked. But I don't think that this was done in a good way. It's so hard to find this, and if you jump in a wrong angle, you miss the cave. So it's a really weird design.
As a disciple of Narlex, I commend your bravery, adventurer. Your aid in ridding the caverns is the first step in our long plight to see the Barrens restored. Thank you, and may you prosper.
I'm gonna go with them. I can't use any of them, so I will be going with the highest paying one.
May the stars guide you.
I've been expecting you. We shall meet again.
He didn't say anything.
The winds guide you.
I'm very interested in examining the hides from the deviated creatures who have infested these caves. Have you had any luck in collecting some shaman? Okay.
Your efforts shall not go unnoticed in gathering these hides, adventurer. Thank you for your dedication.
I think this is pretty good. I think I can completely replace this. I think this will become my DPS set. I need to still explore this. Okay, there we go. All right, I mean, we were pretty close. We still have a lot of rested experience from us taking some break, which is good. I can't complete this quest, unfortunately, so we're just gonna head out and try to figure out the rest of the quest here. I need to do that one as well. Wow. I think this is where you use the horn to summon. I think I might backtrack this a bit. Finish this and this. Like after finishing these, I think I'm gonna wrap these up. This will allow me to travel back to Crossroads, and then I can go and start wrapping up some of these quests in the back. I think I'm gonna turn off these herbs. Let's see, macros. think I'll show it on the mini map, but I won't show this on the main. Yeah, I think this should take care of that world map. Yeah, there we go. I think it's much cleaner. That way we can, we're not getting, because I don't think I would need to unless I have, I'm intentionally farming these. I'm doing this more passively. Oh man, I've been playing for the past what 20 minutes. I totally forgot that I had ghost form. Yeah, see now we can start and these trackers are so beneficial. Man, for some reason my the fire totem is not working. Okay, so this is working, but this isn't. Interesting. It was working last night. Definitely gotta try it out. But these trackers are so beneficial. Like you know exactly, you can see if you're benefiting from them or not. Like there we go. So if I get close enough, I come up with that, and you can see exactly how long they have before they fade. Let's try this chest out. Wow. I was excited for that, but somebody already took everything and just left me with whatever. I mean, I can sell, get something out. Let's go to a different camp. Ghost form. I keep forgetting the ghost wolf. Let's get the mage rose. I really enjoy that collecting herbs, mines, or skinning doesn't take you out of the ghost wolf. Oh man.
I need to get closer.
Spar.
It's still recharging.
Let's keep this going. This is where this is where resto gets really interesting because mana is just tight, but the strategy isn't about spamming, right? It's about positioning. It's like, you know, placement of totem is so important. You gotta make sure they're in reach. You gotta make sure they're attacking because every drop of mana counts towards your survival purpose. Letting it's super just important. You gotta make sure you have enough mana, but if not, you gotta rely on your totems to really help you out. Especially with the searing totem, it's so important to just always have it around. You know, I think it's time that we do our architecture survey. I'm just finding this like really fascinating. Let's do it. You know, most people, most player past, most players blow past, you know, board camps without thinking, but there's something primal in their layout. Like look at those spikes. They're not just for defense, but for identity. They're territorial. Every wall, every tusk is aligned towards it's like pushing the world away. Their huts, sunken, half dug into the ground. They aren't home. They're dens, tribal, rooted, built low, blend with earth. It's not just structure. It's defiance. It's really, really beautiful. All right. I think that was pretty cool. Let's see if you can get some images inside. It's really just the den, and but overall, there's a level of elegance that I find here. Like I'm assuming this is the same roots as what we see in the background with those vines and so on, and that is what sort of draws them towards having something here. Oh wow. I think that's gonna sell for some money.
That spell isn't ready yet. Charge.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Okay, well that wraps up that quest, but I think we need to kill a few of the other type of boars. Let's go find them. Yeah, let's go down there. Yeah, I think they're really drawn towards these vines, and I'm assuming they can also harvest like water or moisture from these vines. So overall, really, really cool structures. I mean, these are even more fascinating. Like, it kind of shows this level of integration, right? If I just turn on my survey here, yeah, there's this level of elegance to this that they basically gravitated towards this certain of this type of environment, and they start working with what they have. Like if they have cliff, they start building on cliff. If they have something like that where it's just on a flat surface, they'll start working with the surface. There's, like I said, there's adaptability here. There's that level of elegance, right? Like rather than making the land, like shaping the land to make it work with you, they just basically take the land as is and work with it. And that's takes a lot of genius to do. And then like how do you like support the structure? How do you make it habitable? How do you make it like overall it's just duplication, and I think it's such a perfect way to do this is because when you come up with something simple that works, you just replicate it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel over and over again, and that this works. And in terms of let's talk a little bit about it, like this architecture's functional properties, right? It's open and it's perfect for this environment. You have open roofs that provide stargazing, perhaps. It's also a lookout, so it's not completely like if you take a look at the structure that are on the ground level, they're more protected, all right, and that's obviously for fortress or bunker purposes, versus the ones that are at the top, they're more open, they could have more view, so they're more like outpost more than anything. But overall, the structure itself is the same, right? You have ways to release the heat, body heat, so nothing is being trapped. While it does still provide some level of shelter from the sun. That actually is genius if you think about this, right? In an environment like Barrens, right? In an environment like Barrens, you need shelter from the sun. So this type of structure is protecting you against the sun, but you also got to find a way to stay cool, because if you close your structure off, you're trapping the body heat. So what they've done is they created this opening at the top that acts as a chimney. So you have your heat that is escaping, keeping the structure cool, and also blocking out the sun, so keeping the structure even more cool. Like that's actually genius. I mean, whoever, like, the designer of this, I mean, in terms of, lower purposes, I mean, that works. You know that works, right? But in terms of a person who was designing the structure, really thought this through, like, for such environment, this is perfect. And also the fact that this is more open and it's on the top, it creates cross ventilation. Well, it doesn't need cross ventilation, but it brings less airflow, so heat is able to escape. I'm curious to see how this will work at night times, right? But at night times, I'm assuming Barren gets really cold. That's like taking, for example, Sahara Desert as an example. This thing would definitely get cold. So I don't think it works in that regards. It does need some thermal properties to and I mean, does that make sense? Let me think about this. Like, let's really think about this. Thermal properties, what I mean by that is thermal mass. So a lot of the structures in places like Sahara Desert or Middle East, Egypt, right? You have colder nights, cooler nights, and really hot days. So what do? You use thermal mass, you use materials that collect heat during the day and slowly release it at night. That will allow you to stay cool during the day, but at night it allows you to have some of the heat that's been absorbed sort of released back to you, that keeps you warm at night. Now think about this terrain, this mountain, this topography, right, acts as a thermal mass. I'm assuming this is stone. Stone is a fantastic thermal mass material. They absorb heat all day, and during the night they release it to the structure. Wood is definitely not a great, doesn't have thermal mass, but I think this can definitely act as such. I'm curious to see what the lower structure look like. I mean, it has a sort of similar concept. Like, this one provides protection, versus it still provides air to circulate through, heat to release, shade, right? But let's see. I mean, I'm assuming this is stone, right? And stone is a great thermal mass material. I mean, you can see how that is just perfect. I mean, look at the shadow, the way, the angle, how that works is inside. There's shade, but the sun is hitting the shelter enough for it to actually absorb the solar. That is wow. Just I mean, this is not your architecture 101. That's all I'm gonna say. This is not your architecture 101. Like, look at this. I mean, it's being demonstrated while we talk. You have this side of area that probably collected heat during the day, earlier during the day. Now in the evening time, that's what it seems like. This side is collecting the heat. Wow, that is just again phenomenal. It's the way they've done this. All right, back to okay.
Recharging.
I'm pretty sure I can take some of these on. all about the totem placement. It's all about the totems and the world buffs. It's as simple as that. That was kind of intense, but I think we're getting really good at playing Resto Shaman, so that's really been helping us. Whose wife am I finding? That's such a weird way to say this. She here, probably. Oh, there we go.
The body is that of a female orc warrior. It is clear that she died in battle, probably against the Quillboar in the area.
That is strange, that dead body talking to us.
You turn the body over and see the marks from blades and spells upon the deceased orc. Her armor all but destroyed, her hair matted to her face. Based on Mancrick's description of her, there is no doubt in your mind that this was his wife. He will be upset by the news, but you are sure he should know the truth. Should...
I like the emphasis at the end, should know the truth, just in case we had second thoughts. I think I gotta kill Mansfield. Okay, really want to finish this off, and then I think we can do. Yeah, I think this quest is the main one. Man, I gotta use my Ghost Wolf. Like, I don't know why I'm making this harder than it needs to be. I know I'm trying to focus on the lore here, but imagine having a ability like Ghost Wolf and forgetting to use this if you were a real life shaman. I'm deeply upset that my tracker for it's not working. The tracker for the firing totem. Oh man, I gotta keep getting these. So I keep forgetting to look for herbs, but also the ghost wolves. Oh yes, we need to select. I mean, there's no ifs or buts about it. This is like the best talent. Reducing the mana cost. Mana is just so important, especially in healing. does use some significant amount of mana though. No, I'm not gonna try to pull anymore, just what I need to, and that's it.
I can't cast that's
I think this seems a good idea. Just going to here, finishing this off. We can do this and this, and I think we can head back. We might not be able to do this tonight, based off the time that we're looking at so far. Wow.
charging.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a dickhead about it.
Past that yet. Charging. That smells. I'm on range.
Wow.
Charging.
I just need one of this, and then let's get those.
It's too far away. That smells.
Huh.
I'm on range.
Can you pull them out? Yeah. Interrupt. Yeah, that's how we do it. Oh, great. I don't think he needs the geomancers.
It's too far away. Charging.
We hop out. Don't really need peace blooms. Set to the different camp here. Let's get this maze rose. Yeah, I mean, this is just so much better. Like, not being able to, being able to harvest these while in Ghost Wolf. By the way, guys, if you want to make money, I'm not sure if I'm gonna let this secret out, but herbalism, getting mage roses, and picking up these thorns sometimes gives you swift whistle. What is it pronounced? Swift thistle. Look at this price. I just picked up 1, 2, 3, and I think I have 6 in total. That's how much I collected today. So this is the thing. I might be giving out the secret, but if you guys want to make money, herbalism, swift thistle, which you'll get from herbs like mage rose, right, or a thorn. Look, that's 6 gold right there. Alright, I think this is where I'm probably gonna finish the quest here. And I should be able to do this. Alright, we are 1 away. Yeah, this one seems the least risky, so I'll just go with that. I did not know that. I had no idea. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think I can auto attack while in Ghost Wolf. No way. When did that become a thing? I had no idea. Guys, it would be so cool if Ghost Wolf can actually have like abilities like torrents. There you go, perfect. If we can have abilities like torrents and go into Ghost Wolf and be able to attack, that would be really, really cool. And even go stealth, because I think wolves are pretty good with stealth. I mean, on top of that, we are Ghost. But I think that would make Shamans too OP. Okay, I just hit the jackpot here. Just gonna collect all these skins. Guys, another trick to make money is light feathers. It makes so much money. Let's take a look. 42 silver. 42 silver. If you do 3 of these, which I only got 1 so far. I didn't get 1. Hold on. I have more for sure. I'm pretty sure I had more than thing because like hold on. Light feathers. Received light feathers, so it can't be 1. I think I have man, I'm blind if I can't see it. Oh, before I forget, let's get the silver. Stolen silver. Wow, what is that? I thought it was a person hanging. Where would this... Okay, it's deeper down.
That smell is radiant.
We are shamans. We're not gonna let these corpses go to waste. Everything needs to be utilized. Okay, nice. I like my picture for looting. Yeah, let's get this one going here, and we can hearth back to Orgrimmar. This one will have to come back tomorrow.
That smell. That's charging. I can't.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. I can't do it. That's why I need to get this up there. I'm assuming it's this place right here where we need to go. What is it? Test the dried seed. Nope, this is not it. Oh, it's in the water. Hmm.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, I think this is it. We are basically done. Like I said, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, or tomorrow. I think that's where we're gonna stream next. But I think we're done for the night. We got some decent experience in, but that's good. We leveled up, which wasn't part of the goal today, but we'll just add it as such. All right. Okay. So one thing I want to check on is, well, I do have enough of those. Let's go to auction house. And let's start selling. I'm telling you, watch how much gold this comes through. I mean, this is not much, but something. Let's try to sell this one more time, and let's go from that. Light feathers? That is so strange. Something's wrong here. Again, this is... Look how much that is. That's really nice. Mage rose, it's not gonna be a lot, so I'm not gonna leave it. For some reason, the actual herbs themselves don't make too much money. Like, how much is this? Like, it doesn't make sense. I'd rather just not spend the commission now. Are you guys ready for this? Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right, and of course we also have a goal of getting this up to 125 as well. I think I might be able to do the heavy wool bandage, so at 100. So I'm gonna leave it as such, and then perfect. I like the fact that it finished right, I think. And I think linen I don't need. Let's get rid of that. And let's sell everything else. I'm gonna go down here so I can also repair my armor.
Roll hall.
This is really good to have, just because there's gonna be some buffs that we can get with these from Barrens, so I'll just keep that. It is a lot though. I'm gonna get rid of these.
Be safe.
All right, so I do want to get the skinning updated, so let's do that, and then from there we'll this is what I like about Orgrimmar, right? The way it flows. Like, if you remove this stair, the only way to travel through Orgrimmar is through this cavern. It's the only way to travel through this cave or this tunnel or this canyon, right? And it's kind of a beautiful thing because you can really experience the architecture in here. So like, let me just turn this off and let's turn on our architecture survey. So that's one of the beautiful things about Orgrimmar, right? So when you're traveling through here, you go through these this cave or tunnel, right? And it's the only way to travel through it if you were to not have the centerpiece that has the stairs that connect the upper level to the lower level of Orgrimmar. And in doing so, this actually gives people the experience this cave, the multi-levelness here, the architecture, but also it allows people to work with the marketed people. Like for example, you have a skinning trainers here, herbalism trainers here before you actually get to your trainers. Like mine is here, but I need to go through this cave.
What are you looking for? Dabu.
Blood and thunder.
Here we go, that's trained.
Dabu.
Yeah, so as you're going through here, you get to experience this beautiful hallway. Beautiful corridor that connects the multiple levels of Orgrimmar. Let's see what we
Barrens have
got.
guided you to me. How may I be of service?
I think I really need to do the water
Makra.
quest.
The spirits of the Stone Talon Mountains are angered, for goblins and their servants are plundering and burning the land. So the land has cried out, and those who listen for such things have heard. Cirith Stonebreak, a promising shaman of the Horde, was sent to Stone Talon. She reports massive deforestation at the hands of the goblins and requests aid. Meet Cirith in Stone Talon. To reach her, follow the road west of the Barrens Crossroads. She is camped near the Great Wood Vale. For the Horde!
Yeah, but I believe there's definitely one. Yeah, there we go. Call of water. Yeah.
To be in your future, man. I see you be strong in the ways of fire already, and me thinking you be ready to talk to Islan. Arlen live along the coast of the Barrens. If you head south along the South Fury River, you can't miss her. Look for the big shark. She be strong in the ways of the elements and can teach you the ways of water if you think you be ready. She be easy to find, just don't go too far south. She be just beyond Ratchet.
There we go. This is our this is gonna be our main quest line, but I don't think I'm gonna take it yet. We'll continue this next time.
Water be in your future, man.
I want to see if I can make heavy gold bandits.
I am an orc of medicine, person. If you
Nope.
have come here to learn, I shall do my best to teach.
Let's continue with this. I don't think we can reach that level. 125 I think it needs. You think I can make it? Gonna cut it close. Yeah, I don't think it's happening now. Can it? No. Okay, it's over. Ah, that's sad. Alright, well, I think this wraps up our session for today. Yeah, I mean, this wrapped up our session today. We made some solid progress, you know. Quest we ticked off, architecture, some of the things we admired, and our spirit journey basically continues, right? Gold, we started off with 42 and 50 something cent gold, and now we are at about 43 gold, which is something. I think that's definitely much better than what we expected, but I think we collected a lot of herbs that's going to give us a lot more gold when we start off through the next zone. And then let's see. All right, so we made some progress. You know, we finished up like some of the quests that we wanted to do. It was slow. We explored the lore. We admired some architecture of the quill borers. It was fantastic. I think I didn't view it like that before. It's something that people usually pass through and not care much about. But it was kind of fascinating just to look to see how much thought that has been placed into their very simplified and primitive architecture. Yeah, so just to do a quick rundown here, we have, let's see. Yeah, I mean, so just to go through what we accomplished today, we were able to make some gold. We started out with 42, 56 copper. We ended up with 43, so just a little bit over a gold that we made today. But I think we collected some serious materials that are gonna give us a lot of benefit when we start the next recording session. Professions, we were a little bit behind. We only got to collect very few. We were not able to reach our goal of 125 herbalism, but that is okay. We still got some time to reach this. We were able to get the updated skinning to 120, 225. So we are the end goal is in our view. So that's definitely something. But we need to start thinking about our 100 gold by the time we're 40. And it might be some time to really get some focus on the herbalism, because that's the main thing that has been making me a lot of money. Like I said, there is Swift, what is it called? Is it called Swifters? Swift Thistle. That one does make a lot of money for us. So I do need to start focusing on collecting more herbs. It will help us achieve our leveling professional goals and also this goal. So really gonna focus on this the next time. The next time we will head to a little bit south, wrap up the 2-3 quests that we have remaining there, and then we are off to let's open up a map here. Then we are off to the south. That's where most of our higher level skills are. I am not level. I don't think I'm high enough level to take care of these. So we might just have to do quest in Booty Bay. So we will be going towards east instead. So yeah, we're gonna start off with south part of Barrens, and then we're gonna go to the east side, I think. And of course, I think this is gonna have some backup quests. Yeah, and with that being said, this concludes this concludes our day 12 of Architect's log, and we are looking forward to do the next log 13, and I will see you then. Thank you guys.